Jacob Henry Ford.
Henry Ford was born on July 30th, 1863, near Dearborn, Michigan. He was the oldest of 5 children and the founder of the Ford Motor Company. Good afternoon, honorable judges, Mr. Chairperson, fellow students, teachers, and guests. When Henry was 13 years old, his father gave him a pocket watch. Henry promptly took it apart and reassembled it. Many friends and neighbors were impressed and asked him if he could fix their old timepieces too. Henry grew up on a farm. He absolutely disliked farming, but he enjoyed working on machines. Later he got a job at a machine shop where he got lots of experience with manufacturing. Then he got a part-time job at the Westinghouse Engine Company. In 1996, Ford built his first car, a gasoline-powered horseless carriage. The quad cycle was built in the shed behind his house. It was chain-driven and had 4 main bicycle tires. Instead of a steering wheel, he had a stick handle. He sold his first car to finance of his next model. He did not invent the assembly line, but he was the first to mass-produce vehicles on a large scale. In 1903, Henry announced that he would build a car that more people could afford. He said it would be simple, sturdy, and relatively expensive. He also said they could have the color of their choice, as long as it was black. So in 1908, the Model T was built and costed $950. The Model T was manufactured for 19 years. In those years, the price dropped as low as $280. Over 15 million Model Ts were sold in the U.S. alone. Henry Ford revolutionized manufacturing by using the idea of a constantly moving assembly line, which came from the meatpacking industry. Henry installed the first moving assembly line in 1913. Early production of the single Model T took 728 minutes. By his improvements, he was able to cut down the assembly time to 93 minutes. This would allow a Model T to roll off the assembly line every 24 seconds. In 1914, he started to pay his workers $5 a day, almost twice as much as other manufacturers. He also cut the workday from 9 hours to 8 hours. This would allow the factory to have a 3-shift workday. These 2 changes were easy methods for Ford to keep his best workers loyal to his company. In 1919, he stepped down as president and appointed his son Edsel as president of the company. By 1932, Henry was manufacturing one-third of the world's largest automobiles. In 1942, the Ford Motor Company stopped production of vehicles for the public and strictly made bombers, jeeps, and tanks for World War II until 1945. Later, his grandson Henry Ford II would become president. Henry Ford I died in 1947. He was known for his strong personality, but is greater known for his achievements and improving the manufacturing industry. He proudly shaped the 20th century, which continues to affect our lives today. My great-grandfather Cyril Chuck used to drive Fords, and then my grandpa Chuck Shamonic started driving Fords, and the whole family started driving Fords. My grandpa Chuck's first truck was the '66 Mercury Ford, and we still have it, but it doesn't work. My dad and I would like to restore it someday.